Welcome, beautiful souls. I'm grateful and ecstatic to share with you another episode of Boss Talks, where powerful creators come together to uplift the universal consciousness. And today I have a very divine guest with me, man. Very inspirational. I'm sure a lot of y'all know this my boy Andy Vaz, man. What's good, Andy? Welcome to the show, my brother.
I appreciate it, man. It's a pleasure to be here. This is our third talk, our third podcast talk.
Damn, it is, man. It
Yeah,
is. We
man.
we had some dope conversations, man. We had some dope conversations. Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah,
podcasting, just
Jesus.
spreading love, man. Like it's been dope, man. It's been dope. Like I never sleep on these. I never sleep on these conversations. I always enjoy connecting with you, my brother, man. So I see how everybody's super inspired by you, man. Like you just got this vibe, and like people really love you, man. Andy's vibe, man. What really got you started on this spiritual journey, man, and like really like starting to spread this love and message that you do?
All right, so back to fifth grade. So, fifth grade, I'm like basically, um, that's like starting. I'm about to start middle school, and I was like, dang, in middle school, I just want to be popular. Like, that's all I want. I just want to be cool in school. Like, I want, what I'm saying? Like, I want to be funny. Like, I want to stop being like this little Asian kid and fit in, Like, I want to start fitting in with all my friends and like be cool. Like, for real. Like, I had my sights set on it that summer. And it was just like, this is life or death. This is it. Like, this is my ultimate purpose. Like, just be fucking cool. Like, super cool. So, anyways, so sixth grade start. I started off actually on a really good note. Like I was funny. Like everyone's laughing at like my jokes and stuff. Like I was always having a good time, and like I made some friends. It was dope. And then somewhere along the line, like I just started losing confidence. Negativity started happening, and the popularity thing stopped. Like I'm obviously not popular. Like I just want to be cool, Like, and so that led me to the internet. That led me to discover Google and stuff like that. And I started typing in, like how to be popular in sixth grade. Like
That's
literally,
crazy, man. I wouldn't even think about this in sixth grade.
bro. I'm like, I'm just like this little Asian kid,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
no, that no, I get you. That makes sense. Like seeing it from the other side and like wanting
yeah,
to fit. I can
yeah,
totally understand for sure.
bro. So, yeah, man. So, I was looking that up and like, like, the advice was normal, like be yourself or, wear cologne, just stuff like that, like for real. But,
Like, that's too Jews. That does help.
yeah, smile more. I don't know, like be funny,
Yeah.
like anyways. So that was like, like those advice or whatever. But like at the time, I was like, damn, this is like, I just typed in a question, I got an answer. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, this is like some of the stuff was like legit. I was like, whoa. As far as just kind of like the just knowledge, just like being able to just before like Google and all that stuff, like it's like it was like uh I don't know,
Yeah,
you
you
can
just talking
where
about being able to quickly go and find the answer that you're looking for.
yeah,
You don't have to go too far outside yourself when you have like a
yeah.
computer right in your hand.
Yeah, anyways, yeah, so fast forward to like seventh grade, like at this point, like man, none of the normal how to like be popular stuff is working. So I need to turn into something like magic or like energy, like Tai Chi or something. Like so bro, funny enough, I just remember like I literally randomly like in seventh grade, so I'm like 13, I think, 12, 13, or younger. So like 12. I looked up like how to create like energy balls, like just
A
like
real Dragon Ball Z
yeah,
shit.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like I was playing around with that, bro. That shit works, bro. I promise. But I tried it for like
Okay, we called it.
bro. I tried it for like a week or something, and I start feeling like energy in my hands. I was little or whatever, but I didn't really try that hard. But I saw like a little thing, and this is where the whole journey starts. Like I saw a little ad on the side that's like discover the law of attraction. And that's when I clicked on it and I heard, oh man, like manifest your desires, like something about your thoughts or whatever. And that started my journey. So that started my journey of 3 4 years, 4 5 years of trying to be popular, like and trying to manifest that. And that just led me down to like a bunch of research on the law of attraction, understanding how to, like track soulmate, like track how to be cool or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like the start of my journey. So I started learning, something about like spiritual, like law of attraction. Like there's something energetic spiritually going on.
Yeah.
I didn't start making any progress. So it's like 3-4 years of just, like just basically BS, like information and
Yeah, you just gotta
everything.
read it into
Yeah,
get
yeah.
yeah.
It felt like there was nothing out on the internet at the time. And, I was still halfway, like I wasn't sure if I like totally believed in this law of attraction or just
Yeah.
even any of that stuff. So fast forward to I think it's like ninth grade. Now I start liking basketball too, and now the same shit with popularity. And it's actually I wanted to play basketball like deep down because I just wanted to be popular. Like that was a deep reason. I love basketball too, but the only reason I literally like wanted to like freaking make the NBA or something, and like my child mind was like I'm obsessed with this, like, but it was really just be cool.
Yeah.
But I started to get coaching. I started to get coaching at a young age. And they taught me about subconscious mind stuff. Like they taught me about releasing limiting beliefs. And at the time, it was just like
ninth grade.
Bruh, like I was like
That's
13,
dope.
I was like 14. Yeah, bro. It's the craziest. Like I'm not gonna get into that story because that's a whole nother story. It was just like the craziest thing happened that led to this. And like that was like when the beginning where I'm like 13, 14. For a coaching program, you have to be 18. But like I somehow like was able to convince everybody. I had to call a bunch of people from this coaching program. This is a big ass program. It was called Achieve Today. But it's all about law of attraction, coaching, whatever. Anyway, so I started doing that. But the biggest thing, it was Joe Vitale's teachings, which is like clearing techniques, techniques to clear your limiting beliefs, like NLP exercises, and it was great. It was great. It helped me a lot because I had to be aware of my limiting beliefs, my limiting thinking, and like just do these techniques that actually really work. Like they just take you through like a visualization technique or whatever to like for example, imagine like all the emotional energy like is in your body and you just blow it out into like a cup, like into your cupped hands. Like or just whatever, just kind of like all these visualization things for the purpose of clearing negative emotions or whatever. So I was obsessed with that for a few years and I saw like wonderful results, but like I still, didn't have success with popularity or basketball or any of the stuff I wanted to manifest. So, but at this point, I have done a lot of clearing work, like just digging through my subconscious mind, releasing stuff. But like, so that made me address like my feelings of not feeling good enough and like fears of success, fear of like a bunch of stuff. Like in the meantime, even though I wasn't able to reach the goal of becoming super cool in school or whatever, like everything like now looking back, wow, that was deep work. But but the thing is, I couldn't shut off my conscious mind. Like, so I did a lot of like emotional subconscious work, whatever, which was great. But so like a lot of things within me shifted, but it's like my conscious mind just would not shut up. And that became like the next thing. It was like, dude, I can't stop thinking negative thoughts. It just like felt like depression. It was just like, I can't stop this. And so like if something happens at school, someone says some shit to me, makes fun of me or some shit, like I just be thinking about that all day. You know what I'm saying? It's in my head. I can't stop it. It's just like, come on, like it's just some stupid person said some stupid shit, and like now I'm like I can't stop. Like he's in my head, like for a week, rent free. Like rent free.
Yeah,
Um,
that's real.
Yeah, and just anything. Like if like I was at work or something, or just if I have extra homework for this week or something, just anything will just go through my mind 24/7. I just couldn't stop it. So at like the age of like 15, 16-ish, like I made the I was like, I have to learn how to just master my thoughts. I just need to like learn how to like figure out this weird mysterious thing that's ruining my life. Like I just don't know how to stop this like mysterious mind. Like what is this thing? Like why do we suffer so much? Like why is it like this? And but it felt like the biggest mountains in the world. Like, it
Yeah.
was just like your thoughts. Like, no one knows shit about their thoughts. All we know is like psychology, like, you know, brain chemistry, like, and it's like no one can figure out this thinking thing. Like, what is this? Like, why? How do I shut this off? Or whatever, you know, like, I'm looking for something, and I tried so many things, and I failed and failed and failed, and it was the worst. Like, just like, I don't know, like doing like this one thing, and then like, oh, this works, I done it, and then boom, like 3 days later, like, kind of like stopped working because I was forcing everything basically,
Yeah.
and blah blah. Anyways, uh, um it led to summer of 2016. I had a big heartbreaking moment, and I had the worst, most like depressed, devastating, like summer of my life. But that caused me to really, really start searching and stuff,
Yeah.
spiritually, and I taking the clearing stuff even more serious, and eventually, basically, one day, like, I was literally just chilling in my house, and I just had this thought occur to me, which was focus on one thing intensely at a time. Like, just focus on whatever is in front of you intensely. Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
And finally, just like that, you know, like, I just focused on one thing intensely, and my whole mind shut off, and it was just the most blissful thing. I felt like I was in paradise. I felt like I was in heaven, and like, it was just crazy. And, you know, I literally walked to the shower, and, like, you know, like, as I'm walking to a shower, I'm focused on my footsteps, like left foot, right foot, you know, one thing at a time, left foot, right foot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Practice.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's like intensely. So my attention is in something in the present moment, instead of my attention being on feeding these negative thoughts. So I didn't know what happened there. I had a very inspired thought, and I just acted upon it, which was focus on one thing at a time. Now I know it to be intense presence,
Yeah.
intense mindfulness. That's what I was doing. But I didn't know that at the time. But, you know, out of nowhere, my whole reality shifted. All the stuff that kept, like, it was like 30,000 things repeating in my mind, like, just going crazy, you know. And out of nowhere, nothing.
Which is quiet when you're in
Present
the
moment.
present moment. Yeah.
Yeah. So I took the best shower of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, probably, yeah, it was crazy. So, but it's like everything I did, you know, like, for example, if I'm like, and if I need shampoo, you know, my attention is literally pump shampoo into my hands, put palms together, rub, like, you know, one at a
Yeah.
time,
One
one
thing
thing
at
at
a
a time,
yeah.
like, intensely focused in the moment. So that was amazing, and that led to many amazing things. And so for the first time in my life, my mind quieted, and I thought that was it. I thought I was like, I was enlightened forever. I thought that was it. You know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah,
like,
no.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to, like, find my mountain and just go in there and just be present and just sit there for the rest of my life, like, feeling just,
Yeah,
yeah, feeling like this.
and don't work like that. It's like you soon find that out. It's like those times where like you were growing up, and it's like
Yeah,
that's amazing. Like this stuff should be taught in middle school and like elementary
yeah,
school, like mindfulness and clearing
yeah,
and being able to process thoughts and emotions. Because
yeah,
like, and then the thing is, like your experiences, you're going through different experiences throughout your life, and it's like you succeed a little bit, but it's like you fail, and it's like those like the failures, as we like to call,
yeah,
failures are just an illusion,
yeah,
but like each time you revert back, it's like you come back stronger. You like learn something different. It's like
yeah,
solidifies that message. And like how you
yeah,
were saying, like when you learn how to do these clearing exercises, and
yeah.
then now it's like it's second nature. It's like, man, I know if something comes up, you got to deal with that on the inside.
Yeah, I mean, like, literally, like, now, if I just even, I am aware that I'm feeding a certain, like, trigger or pattern or emotion or thought or whatever. It's like I can, once the awareness is there that I'm doing this, then it just, for me, it's gone. Like, it's released. Like,
Yeah,
for me, it's like all the patterns. I guess I'm talking about, like, at this point in my spiritual
yeah,
journey.
it
It's
takes
like,
time.
especially, yeah, yeah. So, um yeah, it's like I noticed that right now it's like everything, all the patterns, like, and beliefs that I am feeding, that doesn't serve me anymore, that I'm still feeding. It's because it's just been such a habit, and I'm not aware of it. But literally, the moment I'm aware of, like, oh my gosh, like, I complain about this person in the family all the time. You know, I've been doing this for 10 years. It just felt so normal. You know, it's like realizing that.
That's an interesting point. Like I
Yeah.
literally just had that exact same thought
Nah.
today. Like literally that exact same thought. It's like, we all everybody had like issues and like different things with family, and it's like you
Yeah.
start to talk about it, and then like you're like it's like, man, like it's like the practice. It's like what you feeding yourself.
Yeah.
It's like you feeding yourself, like, judging people,
Yeah.
not being kind and compassion, and it's like, and it was kind of like what you were saying, like when those thoughts just keep repeating over and over and they don't go away. It's like you kind of like feeding yourself with that energy, and
Right.
it's like focus and choice literally is the key. As
Yeah.
it's like something that we practice. Intense,
Yeah.
like being in the present moment.
Yeah.
And it's a choice to be in the present moment. It's like you have
Right.
to literally, like you said, like one foot in front of the other, like left foot,
Yeah.
right foot, shampoo, pump.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
actually, and that's with life. It's like actually being present, like breathing. Actually like listening to your breath, like in, out, in, or 5, 4, 3, 2. It's like many different ways to listen to yourself, and it's like that's the biggest thing. It's like listening to your own advice and trusting you, because it's like I noticed, like when like we innately we know the answers,
Yeah.
we typically know which direction we should go, but then like we start to listen to other people's opinions and other
Right.
people's false perceptions and false illusions of us, and
Yeah.
then we start to absorb that and start to take that on as us, and it's like we know that that's not us. It's like clearly that's a thought that somebody has said and then I internalized, and it's like just kind of like being aware of like what you absorb and internalize. And it's like that's from the news, from
Right.
from politics, from like your favorite rappers, from your favorite singers. It's like all the stuff that you put into your brain. It's crazy, and it's like goals as well. It's like what you dream of. It's like it's like the wanting to be popular. Like I think everybody wants that in some way, shape, or
Yeah,
form.
but I was obsessed.
I think everybody is, and like some people might be scared
Yeah.
where they don't go and Google the answer, or some people might go and be obsessed and like take it to the next level. Like I didn't do my like Googles on like
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
works.
Of
How to
course.
be
Yeah.
superhumans, how to be magical. It's like
Right. Same shit, bro. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you want like I don't. It's like, but it's like the why do you want to be that?
Mm.
It's the reason behind it, because you were saying like to be popular or to play basketball, and it's like for me to people please or to join in certain groups. Like no, it's real, but it's like why are you trying to be this person? Like what are you trying to attract in life? What are you trying to manifest? And then it'll all like align up from there, because it's like choices is crazy, and it's like if you don't know your choice and not aware of your intention, you will take on other people's choices, other people's intentions, and you get brainwashed that way. It's like being in the present moment focused is key. It's key. Like that was something huge right there.
Bro, like, so that's like, bro, everything like led to like this point, which is like, yeah, like that's literally when my life really started taking off. Like when I started to realize, like, man, so I have a choice either to feed the thoughts of the past or anxiety of the future. I can put my attention on the present moment. And when I do that, when I anchor myself here, it's like my thoughts. That you stop when you put your attention in the present moment. You're not feeding your negative thoughts. Like it's like an automatic thing that happens, right? So it's
In the
like,
present moment,
yeah,
you
you're feeding the
practicing
present
and you
moment. Yeah.
making you strengthening, you making the present moment more intense.
Right. So you brushing your teeth, right? So, but like you out here thinking about oh man, like you're feeding that energy, right? You're
Yeah.
downloading that vibration while you're brushing your teeth versus tomorrow, instead of, having feeding these thoughts, how about you brush your teeth and focus on the brush of each, each stroke, each tooth, like,
Yeah.
and yeah, so that's how you deal with negative thoughts, like intense present moment, and like, just, invest in that, research that, like really practice that. And
Yeah.
that's how I was able to finally quiet my mind. And a quiet mind is like, bro, like that is
It's a peaceful place.
the most valuable, it's the most valuable thing to me, because what I discovered was once I quieted my mind, it's like, okay, so when you quiet your mind, you're channeling source. You're literally like you create the space for beingness, for divinity to come in. So what I noticed, um once I start being present, was, oh my gosh, I don't have to think about a single thing. Like whatever I want to achieve, or whatever, like I don't have to think about this conversation that I'm gonna have. Like I don't have to think about what I'm gonna say or plan how I'm gonna say it, how I'm gonna come across. I'm gonna completely shut off my mind and be in the present moment. And then when that situation comes, I'm present. And when I'm present, my mind is quiet, and something else comes through. So after I became present, it was like my social situations, like my social interactions and my social life got a billion times better. Because it's like I don't think about nothing. I'm not stressed out. I'm literally quieting my mind. Even when I'm taking a test, I took every test that year without thinking. I quieted my mind. I became present. I stared at the fucking English test, math test, psychology test, and didn't think a single thing, and just let whatever flow through the empty mind. Because that's not your logical self. That's not your human self. That's not your restricted, calculating mind. Like there's something, when you quiet your mind, something else is coming through, and that's why I realized, dude, I don't have to do a single thing. I don't have to calculate a single thing. I can just be present and quiet my mind, and just I feel like I started becoming superhuman. Like it's like everything I do for the first time in my life. Up to that point, I felt like a loser in everything I did. I was like this Asian loser kid. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like my identity. It's like I can't get the girls I want. I can't
it's a story you created.
Whatever.
The story.
Right. So how did I stop feeding that? By feeding something else, which was the attention to the present moment. Direct attention to the present moment. So naturally, when you stop offering that vibration by not feeding it, by not thinking about it every day, your vibration raises, and you go into the flow, right? The flow takes you in.
It's like we're abundant beings. It's like people talk about the abundance. It's like whatever we feed ourselves, it's like our bodies will 100x that. The positive, the negative, the beautiful, the ugly. So it's like literally like feed what you're feeding yourself. It's like it's key. And it's like you really like and they talk about money being a tool. And it's like you see a lot of unhappy people, unhappy billionaires, millionaires, because it's like, what are they feeding themselves? And it's like a lot of the things that I noticed in alignment with this is like not really trying to control your thoughts, but not letting your thoughts control you. And it's like slowing down really helps that.
Right.
Actually taking time to be in the present moment. And that's why I really love meditation and yoga. Like, because it's like we're talking about slowing down the thoughts, but it's like we need tools and resources as well. And it's like it's as simple as it sounds, literally sitting there meditating, focusing, just breathing, like taking the time, because it's like you have to practice, it's like it don't just happen like that's funny. It's like people will do meditation like one time, they'll do it for like 30 seconds a minute, be like, oh, meditation don't work for me, or try it twice, and it's like you didn't even give it a shot. It's like do 15 minutes a day for 7 days and see what you do. It's
gradual.
Like, it's like it's gradual, and it's like the more you do it, the better you get at it. It's like with anything, it's like sports, or public speaking, or whatever the case may be. It's like the more you practice, you gradually get better. And it's like it's the same thing with like quieting your mind, because peace of mind is literally, like you said, the most valuable thing in the world. It's like if you don't have that, you really have nothing, because it's like if you don't have peace of mind, your energy is being splattered and just given everywhere. You don't even know where to give fucks at. You give them all away freely, instead of to stuff that's actually important, like like uplifting the consciousness, or uplifting your own consciousness first, feeding yourself with that love. You start to feed yourself with like the judging and the negativity and the fears and the doubts, and then you start to manifest that. You don't even know why your life taking shape like that. And it's crazy. And it's like once you make that shift and like take that time to feed yourself, like this is feeding me. Like I've been appreciating your story, because it's like it resonates, because it's like It's real. We all go through these times, and you like that encouragement, like feeding yourself with this positivity and this upliftment and connecting with divine beings. You know, it helps you to feel like your best self. And so, like, man, it's like it's definitely needed.
Yeah, man. So, like, meditation is great. So, it's very important to also just understand, like, um, what are your main thoughts that you're feeding every day. So if you just get like a quick piece of paper or journal and just write down like just literally the top three things that be on your mind, you know, like especially top three negative things that's on your mind that you want to clear later. But dude, this just even this awareness, like just this awareness of like the thoughts patterns that you be like feeding all day, um like it's just huge. It does a lot. And once you become aware of this, and it's really gonna surprise a lot of people, like what the top three things are feeding. And once they understand that like this is why I'm getting what I'm getting. So I'm feeding all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So so once you know that, then it's about how do I effectively stop feeding my negative thoughts. And so for me, it's intense presence. For me, just like you're gonna think this negative thoughts of the past, or you're gonna surrender to the present moment and be present. Focus on one thing at a time. Maybe focus on your breath. I have a whole playlist of like videos on that. Like I want to create a whole course on this, and that's why I'm talk about a lot in my book too. But that like presence for me is like did so much for me. But yeah, like, and for me, meditation is like a intense 15-minute, 30-minute, whatever. I do 15-minute form of, presence and mindfulness, but then, which is great. And then, and then you want to get up and continue that mindfulness and awareness. So it's like an active meditation. Commit to that if you struggle with your negative thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like so a lot of people, I know a lot of people who meditates, but then they don't really once they get up after the meditation, they don't really be
You
like
forget
staying
the
present.
practice.
Yeah, and then so they just
No,
they're
that's a
just like
great point. That's a great point because it is gradual. It's like you're spending this 15 minutes to tap in,
yeah,
to get engaged,
right,
to
right, yeah,
get your energy right.
yeah,
And it's like
right,
you literally like that, it's like you have an aura after meditation. And it's like
oh
if you
yeah,
forget it, if you forget that you did that, you forget your present
yeah,
moment, your presence,
yeah, yeah,
you start the energy just starts to like leak out, and it's like you
yeah,
kind of get out that present moment. And so it's like you forget what you just did, and then like you
right,
just go back into the old way of being. Like that was a great.
yeah. Your old thoughts, you go back to your old thoughts, your old habits, your old unworthiness, or
Yeah.
whatever you be feeling. So
Nah, for real, for real. Man, hey, Amy, I got a question, man. Like all of this stuff has gotten me very intrigued, man. What is God to you, man? What is the higher power, the universe? What is that to you? Like, I would love to know what that is for you.
damn, man, bro. I'll
Like,
be
I
like
had to
asking
go
you
there.
that.
Like, you like,
No, hell yeah, we going there. But I'm just saying that's funny because I'll be asking you that every time like I interview you, bro. You're like,
uh,
hey, man, let's talk
yeah,
about God.
yeah, man.
um, so I'm totally with the idea of source being, just it's just we're all extensions of source. And I guess I've really moved away from just believing in a single entity. Like I don't really like do that no more. I just believe in raising my vibration
Yeah,
because source has a high vibration. Source, love, energy, God energy, whatever you want to call it, it's at a high vibration. And when we raise our vibration, we connect with it. And that's really my answer. Like it's a feeling. It's something I can't describe. It's just I feel it. Like um I don't like it's like it's literally just a connection. It's like I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. That's how I feel. That's all I gotta say. That's the source Wi-Fi,
it is
divine Wi-Fi.
divine
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Yo, bro, think about an iPhone. How amazing it is, and how amazing it is when you turn off the Wi-Fi and turn off the Bluetooth, and you're not connected to anything. Like versus you turn on the Wi-Fi. Now you can do infinitely more things. You connected to the internet. You can, you know what I'm saying? That was a whole different thing.
That's crazy. I really love that analogy. It's like literally when you do it, it's like you can literally turn on the Wi-Fi button, and that's
Right.
meditation. How long you want to be on? How long you want to be on the Wi-Fi? You know,
Yeah, exactly.
and then it's like you learn all of this stuff. I really like that. I really like that.
Bro, yo, and check this out. Like, so this is something that recently I've started realizing is, so as we get more and more connected, more and more alignment, we experience more and more alignment, and law of attraction bring you more and more alignment. It's like, um, we are gradually moving away, tuning out of the frequency of the old negative beliefs that trap us, and as we get more and more alignment, we start to tune in. We start to fine tune our vibration to the frequency of source, like just automatically when we're aligned. So if, let's say, you start to practice raising your vibration, you start practicing gratitude, you start to feel good, you start to feel happy, you start to get more and more alignment, gradually through time. You start feeling better and better. Let's say a year has passed. All that year of, and look, we're not in alignment 24/7. Like, we get it and we lose it, we get it and we lose it, and that's okay. But we get it more and more the more you practice. And so, right, so you get to the point where you're aligned a lot of the time. And the thing is, like, in that year or and beyond or whatever, you're slowly tuning out of the frequency of your old beliefs just automatically, because you're tuning in just by being in alignment. Just by, let's say, we're doing this right now and I'm having a great time and I'm like feeling super good. I'm in alignment and I'm not thinking about fine tuning my vibration. I'm not thinking about like tuning out of negative beliefs, but it's happening because I'm in alignment. Yeah. So when you're in alignment, it literally, source literally slowly, gradually tunes your vibration. And so meditation, when you wake up first thing in the morning, or you take a shower, maybe eat some food or whatever you want, just to get so you don't fall back to sleep, and then you meditate for 15 minutes before triggers happen, before you go on your phone, before whatever. Quieting your mind is a great way to release negative thoughts and patterns, because you release the junk that's weighing you down, your vibration naturally lifts. So if you meditate for 15 minutes every day, or whatever, in the morning or whatever, like, your days are going to be completely different, just because you're going to be much more aligned, and that just the choices, just every decision you make throughout that day, the pattern, the pathway of your day changes completely, because when you tune into that, like, you start to, like, feel worthy, and you start making different decisions. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna, like, you're not gonna, like, maybe you won't let your boss or whoever walk all over you today, because you feel connected. Source is not gonna, like, make all these unworthy decisions, like, or decisions out of lack, or I don't know, whatever.
It's like you said. It's like, even like, we can use this podcast as an example. It's like the practice that we've been doing in our own time. Our own meditation, our own yoga, our own clearing practices, our own writing. It's like, that's why, like, this explodes. It's like divine, like, it's like we're divine mediums for the universe to just flow. And it's like, that's why I love asking that question about God, because, like, what I notice is people treat people how they believe God treats them. And then they'll treat themselves the same way, like, whether it's jealousy, vindictiveness, whatever the case may be, and it's like, on the other hand, if you feel God is loving, kind, compassionate, wants for you what you want for you, you start to act that way. You start to treat yourself that way. You start to be in the present moment. You start to not run away from the person who this image that you created. You start to love that image, the image who you are, the image who you want to be. And it's like, I think that's like one of the main problems, like one of the main issues in the world is like the spiritual. It's like people, like, it's like we're so focused on the tangible, like, physical plane, that we forget that, like, even us talking right now, like, we're spirits talking, we're divine talking, it's like, we're not just these bodies talking. This is like a vessel. And so it's like, when you don't cultivate that spirit within, it's like you forget about it. You forget about your breath. You forget about your mind. You forget about these different aspects of yourself. You start to forget that aspect about other people. And then so it's like you like, man, I don't need them. I'm gonna talk to them crazy. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and it's just about me. But it's like when you really know that spirit, when that God, the universe, the God, Jesus, whatever you like to call it, that's you. You know, like we are all that. And so like I just love that question because it's like just the because like that's huge for me. Like that's like problem number one. Like find out how you feel
Yeah,
about
I like
God.
that. I like that. I like that.
Find out how you feel
Number
about
one thing.
God. Find out how you feel about God and don't forget it. Remember it always. Like remember that you are the divine being because it's
I
like,
love it.
man, like how you feel about God is translates in all aspects of life.
And it's like you can learn about it or you can directly get in alignment with it. You know, directly, you know, like and you it's a feeling, like you feel it, like you
Yeah.
use your sixth sense. You know, we have our five senses, and then I believe we have our sixth sense, which is our sense um to interpret non-physical,
Yeah.
you know, just anything called source, non-physical, and any, you know, like that spiritual energy. And it's like use that sense, pay attention to that sense, you know.
Pay attention.
Yeah, to that
Pay attention.
sense of
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Man, it's like people just like sleepwalking. And it's like not just aware. It's like just like experiences just happen. You like, dang, well, that's just life, you know, which it is.
Yeah.
That is how it is, but it's like it's also a lesson. Like each one, like each experience that comes, it's a message, it's a reminder, it's an experience, and that's all we're here for. Is to experience this place.
Dude, it's wonderful, bro. Like, bro, we talking about this last time. I was doing the smiles on my face, but just talking about like, damn, man, we really like just source energy in physical fucking bodies. Like, we have a physical body, and we do whatever the fuck we want. Like,
Oh,
like shit,
literally,
man.
it's like your car. It's like a car. It's like how you can literally go on a road trip, or you can get a
Yeah, yeah,
plane, or
yeah.
you can mess around and build a rocket ship and go. You can go wherever you
Oh,
want, and it's like that's just the
yeah,
limitlessness of the spirit. You know, it's like when you know that you're a spirit, you just move different. You just everything is limitless. You know,
yeah,
like these
yeah,
physical bodies have their
yeah,
limitations, but the spirit don't.
yeah.
And it's like you
Right.
can literally, it's gonna drive you wherever you need to be. And it's like, man, it's divine.
Bro, yo, and it's like that, you know, that realization of like, man, like the physical is it's like the further extension of non-physical. Like non-physical became physical. This is the leading edge of non-physical. This is like, you know, we think physical as inferior most of the time. We think like, oh, 3D humans are inferior to God, like source, right? But it's like, dang, man, like you just start realizing like this is like, bro, this is like love energy crystallizing, materializing. Like, what the fuck, man?
Bro, these bodies that we have, like people sleep on the divinity of this vessel. It's literally a spaceship. Like this body is a spaceship
Damn.
because like think about it. Think about it. You can look at your hands and like you can
Yeah.
observe. You can observe your thoughts, and it's like your heart has its functions, your liver has its
Damn.
functions, your own you can move
Yeah.
different little, and it's like it's really like a big spaceship, and it's like you know it's like but it's like who's at the
Damn.
control, and you know just think about it. Like I like Star Trek and Star Wars. I have all of these spaceships and different things that can go into like even Dragon Ball Z. They have these things that can go into like light speed, hyper speed, and whatever. But they have all of these different like people inside. You know,
Yeah.
you had a captain, you have the crew chief, you have the lollygaggers, you have all these different people inside these spaceships, and like who's at the controls? You know, do you like you know who's at the control of the spaceship as a whole? You know, and then who's driving it? You know, these are questions like I just think about that. I compare that to my body, and then my mind, and then my spirit, and then like my arms, my legs, my spleen, my heart.
Damn.
You know, and it's like, who's controlling this? Who's driving this? You know, at first, like I'm just letting life drive it. I'm letting the TV drive it. I'm letting the people around me drive it. I'm letting school, work, all of these different things just take all my energy. But then, like, you start to take control of that. You be like, hold on, wait, I gotta fire that driver. He ain't get me where I need to go. or she ain't giving me what I need to be. And so it's like you start to like question that, and like you start to like take control, or you start to allow that divinity to take control, because like you don't
Yep.
take control of it. You allow the spirits, it's like it's a spirit in you.
Yep. Yep.
And it's like it can be multiple, and it's
Yep.
like, you cultivate that love and positivity within yourself, and then you start to able to make better decisions in your life, and you're able to control the vehicle. You don't get into accidents on the road, or if you do get into an accident, you might avoid some accidents just
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like
I feel
you're
you.
more aware and in control.
Yeah. Man, like I love that. Like just like your what you talking about, like the spaceship thing, that really clicked with me. Like it's like, damn, I see it. It's like, damn, like we got all these features, and like, bro, another thing, the fucking breath, bro. Like what fucking, that's abundance right there. You know what I'm saying? The supply right
It never
here.
runs out. Well, until it runs out. But like as we keep living, as
Yeah,
we take care of
yeah,
ourselves, it doesn't run
yeah.
out. You have
Right.
access to the divine right there. The breath is the most. That's like number one. Spirituality and breath and God is all the same. That breath work is powerful. Like, oh, bro,
Yeah,
the truth.
bro. Bro, yeah, bro. I just want to take a minute to appreciate the breath, bro. Like,
Yeah, let's take some deep breaths, man.
bro, that's so awesome. Like, man, like, bro, like, for all the smokers out there, bro, it's like just you're like taking puffs with your breath. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
what the real magic is for the stoners. Like
yeah, man.
literally, like you in the present moment anyway when you smoking. Like it literally forces you into the present moment, or
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
psychedelics or whatever. It literally
yeah,
forces you like in like the thoughts are like crazy intense, and it's like you literally sit there in the
yeah,
breath. It's like
yeah,
just it's in the present moment. It's just like
yeah.
then being high. It's just like it's just you can't
Right, right,
beat that.
bro. Man, I feel you. And so it's like, like so you know how you inhale THC particles or whatever, it's like, dang, we inhaling this H2O or fucking H2O, fucking.
Well, I mean, you do
uh,
it like I do. Good as water.
fucking, what is it, like O2? What's oxygen?
Yeah,
Like, bro, like, anyway, the point is like, bro, like when we breathe in, we feel like we're breathing in nothing. Like I think most people feel like just, oh, it's nothing. But you think about, dude, it's an abundance of like, just like THC molecules. This is another particle or molecule, whatever freak. Like you're breathing in, like it's just you're breathing in something. When you fill your lungs, like if you take a puff of a cigarette or blunt or whatever, like you fill your lungs with that stuff. And just think about, I feel like when you're breathing in oxygen, I just had this realization like a few days ago. It's like you're inhaling all these particles of just good ass air, like
yeah.
into your lungs and everything. Like what?
Yeah, and it's just like it just goes, it's like, and it's what you feeding yourself with. It's like it's going
Yeah,
up into the brain and like you just
yeah,
flowing
yeah,
through you, it's like just breathing and like being intentional with your breath, like actually sending like thinking about where you're gonna send breath to. And it's like
Ooh,
it's crazy as it sounds, like I find a lot of healing in this, like say like my hamstrings been hurting and my ankles are hurting. So it's like whenever I'm meditating, I'm consciously focused, like I'm sending breath to my hamstrings, like I'm like imagining it go through, like I'm inhaling it, imagining like those clouds on like or even weed smoke. Like I think about it like that.
yeah,
It's like I'm inhaling it and then it's like I'm letting it go down to wherever it needs to go. Like I'm like at least imagining it. And it's like that has a lot of healing in it, the directional and intentional breathing, because like you can send it to your brain, you can send it to anything,
uh-huh,
Oh damn. It's still like
yeah, yeah. I can hear you. I just I couldn't hear the last part you said about.
it's still lagging now.
Nah, we're good now.
Okay, I
Yeah, we're
was
good now.
saying like you can literally send it to your heart space, to your all your
Yep.
chakras, your crown chakra, your root chakra, and it's like actually building the confidence, building the stability, building the the love and the speaking, it's like actually sending breath there. It like it like unblocks your chakras, you know, and then like unblocks parts of you that you like suppress, and it's like you can be your best self and the highest version of yourself with breathing.
Bro, I was literally just thinking today, like this morning, about how like I want to get into like more like public speaking things and stuff like that. And I was thinking like about like how, dude, even for a podcast or whatever I do, like it's not even about like, oh, like I have to focus on speech, I have to focus on like how good I speak. Dude, literally, if I control my supply of oxygen, if I just focus on making sure I'm breathing right, the speech and everything just comes, bro. Because first of all, I'll be more anchored in the present, and then I'm breathing, and it's just like when you just breathe, the flow of your speech or whatever just and just almost like your nervous system like just kind of all start functioning probably. Versus like I think I caught myself a lot not breathing while I speak, and that messes up everything. Just fixing my breath while I speak was like everything.
Yeah.
I still got to make that habit, but I could always fall back on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I have to ever give a big speech or whatever, like I know that my breath got me. Like, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Like the God always got your back. The divine always got your back. And it's like, you know, and it's like you get more confidence through more practice, practicing that breath work and doing the 15 minutes of yoga every day for 30 days, and then another 30 days, and then another 30 days of yoga. And then, you know, it's like you start to build that confidence. And it's like, just like with podcasting, it's like, it's crazy like how like interesting dynamic this is. It's like it can be intimidating. You know, it's like you like, oh, what you gonna say or what you gonna talk about?
Yep.
But it's like that shit don't matter. You know, it's like when you breathe in the present moment. You know, it's like focusing, like just like this is it just flows. You know, and it's like I know that you have your own. It's like you have over 100 episodes, and it's like it's crazy how the growth happens. And it's like you don't worry about like what am I gonna say today. You know, it's like I did my work. I did my work yesterday. I did the work, and so like I'm gonna just trust myself and trust the divine that when we get here, get live, and it's time to do it. Then we here. You know, we can work, we can grind. You know, we can rap, we can share and spread love. So
right.
it's like it's just practice. You know, like it's crazy, man. It's like the conversation that you have outside of the podcast, you know, the tweets and the posts and like, you know, the love you share. And it becomes easy because like you didn't say all this stuff so many times. You didn't practice this. You didn't internalize God, love,
man.
peace. You didn't like, you know, it's like you didn't feel a lot of it. And so it's like we just here, you know, spread love, man. Man. Like follow your passions, man. Go start that podcast. Go start tweeting, man. Come follow us. We got you.
Yep. Preach, bro.
Man, that's all I'll be thinking about, man. I'll be thinking about that, man. I just want people to be happy, man. Feel like peace, man. It's like have peace of mind. Because it's like a lot of this stuff, we let the media, we let people infiltrate our brains and live rent free in our minds, man. It's just like,
right.
When it's like it's just such a happier place when you first off when you have your own mind and then you can charge them to rent space. You know, it's like at least feed me with something where there's some positivity, some love, some money. Put it like, you know, put it into my bank account too. You know, I got a love account. I got a, you know, your abundance account. It's like you give so much love, man. It's like, man, just give it away. And it's like always it'll come back tenfold, hundredfold, 1,000-fold. Like the universe got your back, man. Like,
bro, those are some business. I'm not sure those business advice or just spiritual advice, bro. That's like
because it's all one of the same. It's all one of the same to me. It's like business and this entrepreneurship journey, it happened at the same time. And I'll just share a little bit of my story. It's like it kind of happened at similar moments for me. Like I've been working different businesses since like 2009. Like I just sold life insurance. I did World Ventures where we did travel packages. I sold Kayani, like different health products. Like I did it all for like the last like 10 years. And so like in like 2014, like when I started working in corporate, I was like, man, I gotta have something. And I'm still working these businesses, trying to figure it out, but it's like it's nothing I can really put my all into because like I'm not really passionate about it.
Yeah.
And so it's like when you find something you're passionate about, you can actually stick with it, you know. And it's like, that's why, like, you know, it's like this in like the spiritual journey and entrepreneurship, like, so like that's what I was getting to. So like in 2014, 2013, like whenever like I really got sparked with my spiritual journey, when I was like my mind, where I was going crazy, like doing 30 hours of research and like questioning everything, thinking everything was a lie, like that in my beginning stages, you know, my mind going 100 miles a minute. And so like business helped me to kind of like structure that. It kind of helped me to kind of rein that in. It's like I'm gonna go far out there, like reptile race, Atlantis under in Antarctica, Area 51. I'm gonna go there. But at the same time, it's it's a self-development journey. Like spirituality is a self-development journey of self, love yourself. And like business is that as well. You have to be a better you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you can have successful businesses. Like that's not a problem, but it's like, can you be happy with that? Can you be happy with what you're selling? Can you be happy with the content you putting out? Like, you know, does it fuel your soul? And so it's like, that's something that I found, like, I see those as one, you know, like my business is spiritual. Like I sell spiritual products, like I have spiritual service where I help people get their spirits right, you know, and it's like, that's the biggest thing, because if you got your spirit right and you working on that, you are tapped into the divine, and it's gonna give you your messages, it's gonna give you the love, it's gonna give you everything that you ever been looking for. It's gonna fill that void, and I'm not gonna fill that void. I help people fill that void in themselves, and then they take it from there, you know. And it's like, that's why business and spirituality, it's 1-1 for me. Oh, that was good. That was
Yeah. Bro, yeah, man, bro.
like,
I was.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I was saying, bro, you just preaching right now, bro.
Yeah, man. Like that's why I was like, start that business, but it's like also keep your spirit in mind. Like do stuff that's like in alignment with where you want to be, like who you truly are on a soul level. You know, we all gods and goddesses, demons, wizards, witches. You know, it's like we all are divine. You know, it's like once you know you're divine, you know, it's like put that business mind to it. You know, find something you can, like, start a podcast, go tweet, go write a book. You know, be a coach. You know, like go help push the consciousness forward, the collective forward, because like this is the time forward. People waking up. Like COVID, the politics, people lying to us, religion lying to us, the banking system lying to us, everything has lied to us, and like people waking up, and it's like it's time to have your own mind and make your own decisions and be your own guy, you know, be your own goddess, you know, like you got the answers, you know, it's all within you. It's like everything is within you, all around you, the people in your life, they there for a reason, they teaching you lessons, they gonna help escalate your business, evolve your soul, elevate your mind. Go do it all, man. It's like just like this. This is like a divine connection, man. This is my divine brother right here, man. It's
Hey,
it's it, man. It's like, cause it's like, bro, it's like the energy you put out is divine energy, man. It's divine energy.
yeah, man. Even just like, yeah, us, just this conversation, whatever. It's just all energy, you know. It's just all like, bruh.
Man, what's your superpower, man? I got a question on here. I like that say,
Yeah,
if you had one superpower, what would it be? What is your
I have or what I want, like.
both? If you had an answer to them.
Man, all right. So, my superpower is my ability to translate source in real time, I guess. Like, the superpower that I want, bruh. Honestly, nah, I want to fucking like lucid dream and astral project, bro. Like, I would like to just do that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that'd be lit. Yeah.
yeah, man. What about you?
So my superpower, I feel I'm a psychic. You know, it's like I see things before they happen. You know, it's like, and I'm a super empathic. Like I can look at somebody and feel how they feel. Like in my soul. Like it's crazy. Like say like I see somebody's like sprain their ankle or fall, bro. Like I would literally like feel like tingles and a shock go down my legs. I'm like, damn, like today?
Yeah.
Like, hey, like I didn't even get hurt. But like, nah, like very empathic and feel like I see things before they happen. But like, really, it's like tapping into all of them. It's like, just like it's crazy. It's just like sight, hearing. You know, it's like you hear certain things. Like even whenever like I watch TV and like listen to music, it's like the gems like I'm hearing. It's like you were saying, like being able to transmute the divine or source in the moment. It's like the source, like you, whatever you listening to, and it's like you picking out exactly what you need. And you're like, oh, dang, okay, I need that. I'm going to apply that to my life. And it's like you can listen to the same song over and over and get a different message each time. Mm-hmm. Or listen to a different book or read a different book and get a different message each time. And it's like you start to, oh, give me that down low. Oh, give me that message down low. Oh, give me that one. Oh, you start to take these different ones. And so, like, that's like I see a lot of that with myself. Superhuman, man, super divine beings, man. Like, think about these questions, man. Like, I really hope, because it's like I know whoever's listening to this is magical, because it's like you got to have magical vibes to even attract this podcast, to even attract these beings, man. It's like it's crazy. So it's like, think about these powers and cultivate these powers. Like, you have them. You know, don't sleep on your divinity. Don't sleep on your powers, because it's like, God gave them to you for a reason. Your intuition is there for a reason. You know, it's like it's there.
Bro.
Hey man, we build. Like I really like having these conversations. I get my best thoughts out. I get my best, like this message is for me. I feel empowered. I feel like I'm about to go and levitate when I go meditate too.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to go. I'm about to go and attract all of these. I'm about to go and attract all of these different things, this abundance and prosperity that I want. That's what I'm feeling right now.
Bro, I feel like our church, like our past church preaching experience, like comes out, bro. We just be preaching, bro. We just be preaching.
Yeah, bro. That's where I learned it from, man. It's like all the experiences in life, man, it brought us to here, to where we are today. You know, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, like the stuff that we don't ever want to think about, and the things that we wish to think about. You know, it's all there for a reason. It's there to teach a lesson, you know, and it's like follow the love, follow the light. You know, it's there. And so, like, you know, yeah, man, love.
Yep.
Yeah, man. This is dope, man. This is dope. I definitely appreciated this, man. I'm feeling super enlightened and feeling tuned in, tapped in, man. Like, this is literally tapped into divinity right here. It's like, man, dope, man. Let everybody know where they can follow you at, man. Follow this podcast. Follow them on Twitter, on Instagram, man. Go and tap into Andy's vibes.
All right, so what I would like to do is, if you want to follow me on Twitter, that'd be great. It's Andy's Vibe. But I think I want to send you a playlist. It's a YouTube playlist I made about quieting your mind, and maybe if you just put that in the description below.
I'll put it in the description.
Yeah, that's all I really want, bro. Because like I just think that's a great resource for anyone. Like we talk about getting in alignment. It starts with quieting my mind. That's how I translate. That's how I create the space for this instant translation of something deeper. You know, so practice presence, invest in it, learn about it, and all that.
Man, that was dope, man. You have any, before we go, you have any projects or anything else that you're working on, you know, outside the presence project, everything like that, you know?
I mean, like my main project is just always living life moment by moment, but
that's a project.
Yeah, my book is coming out sometimes, like just whenever source stop sending me all this stuff to translate, like I'll finish this damn book. Like, you know, like so I'm writing a book. It's called Thought Mastery. So for me, half the equation is quieting your mind, and the other half of the equation of thought mastery is raising your vibration by thinking positive thoughts. Like just a little bit, sprinkle in 5 minutes of gratitude a day or something that will kickstart your vibration. That really takes your vibration. So it's the the presence and the raising your vibration, the gratitude stuff that will is really like what thought mastery kind of in a nutshell kind
Yeah.
of about. Yeah.
Nah, that's dope, man. Check it out. Thought Mastery coming soon. I'm gonna put the link to the description, man. I'm gonna have Andy's social media tags in the description, man. Go follow, man. Tap into the divine, man.
Yeah.
It's there
Hey,
for you.
stay tuned for the next one.
Oh yeah, man. Definitely stay tuned for the next one, man. But
Yeah,
thank y'all for
man.
spending y'all precious time and energy with us, man. Like and subscribe the YouTube channel, man. Boss Talks Podcast. Like and subscribe, man. Tap in, go check out the other episodes. Got some heat. Just like Andy, man, we got plenty of content for you to binge watch on love. Come and tap into the love frequency. Follow us on Twitter, man. We got you. Appreciate y'all.
Yep.